Thanks, mate.
Back in track a lot of distance there as well. Very slowly, in fact, almost causing an accident there. Kind of stuck in. No, in fact, we've got synchronised spinning and driving there from everyone to make sure that we get through. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to your Wednesday. Oh, it's not even Wednesday. Your Tuesday night stream here on FGM ECast. I'm Stuart Brown, your host for this evening, as we kick off Season 3 of the Aus Pro-Am Sim Series, brought to you by a whole host of people. Boys have been working very, very hard in the off-season. We'll get to that in a moment. We are at our Wildcard Round, the first one of the year, as the season starts off in Australasia and none other than at Phillip Island with our Wildcard Round in the Cadillac. So we've got a fixed setup here tonight. We have an enormous grid, which is absolutely the outcome of the work done by the series organisers throughout the off-season, and there are 46 Cadillacs to take the track tonight. 43 of them have been out on track so far. So we're going to have a very full evening trying to keep up with all of it. There is a heck of a lot of new names joining on the stream at the moment so far. We do have Matty Cardleone, one of the series organisers, fastest on track, 1:28.85. So we're near the end of practice session. This one is going to be wild. We've got a two-race card tonight, with the first of those races coming up after qualifying naturally, followed by a second 20-minute race with the top 15 drivers as a consequence of race 1 reversed into race 2. So a fairly similar format to last season in that respect, but my word, what a grid we have here for you tonight. So what can I tell you? As I said, 20-minute races, reverse top 15 in the second 20-minute race. We've got 10 minutes, I believe, of open qualifying. We will see. Card information just not quite telling us that, but that's all good. And then what I can tell you is that after this one, we head to Hockenheim, Mount Panorama, and then Laguna Seca for the Pacific leg. Heading on to the Atlantic leg after that, second wildcard round at Lime Rock. That is going to be intense in the Audi 90 GTO, followed by Interlagos, Silverstone, and Road America. And then we jump on to the continent, Monza, Long Beach, the Nürburgring, Ring, and Spa to round out this championship. So we're looking at 12 weeks here, some Enduros as well at Laguna Seca, Road America, and Spa. And it will be on here every Tuesday evening from 7:45. So clear your schedules, make sure that this is in them, because it is going to be a big season. We're very, very pleased to be able to bring it to you here again on FGM ECast. So it is a shorter broadcast for us tonight, but looking forward to it nonetheless. And we do welcome, as I said, a whole host of new sponsors onto the series here. Simrigs.com jumping on board. We've got Bridgestone Select, Cranbourne, Fountain Gate, and Rowville as well. Virtual Motorsport Mentor back with 93 PC, and of course our mainstay sponsor HJ Plant Repairs retaining their position just on the end of the ticker there. Of course, our streaming partners, AJ Insurance Services, welcome aboard to them. This is their first Aus Pro-Am Sim stream, Ferguson Group Media. And we also have, as I mentioned before, their virtual motorsport mentor, Chris Purnell. Let's get into 10 minutes of qualifying here. It is going to be all about track position, and it is an open qualifying, so this is going to be nuts. Hold on to your hats, as we have a enormous field of 46 cars out here, and they're going to try and make themselves some space if they can do it and get themselves up to the front of the grid. So I'm going to try and tune this one in a little bit. It is our first stream of the series, obviously, so bear with us if there are any gremlins, but there shouldn't be. Blowing the cobwebs out of the PC. What we're looking for here is the purple sector is what you want, and what we're going to do here is try and jump on with our lead car, as is mandatory for us. So Mario Vartanian back again for another year. He is just off track a little bit as I scroll down through the list here, and I'm just trying to identify that lead car. New liveries giving us a little bit of work to do. It's a little bit better for us there, so let's stick with that one. And there we go. So we managed to pick up the lead car. It is in fact Matty Carleone. And so we're going to stick with him as he makes his way through for the first of our flying laps. Stick on board with Matt. Looks like he's sponsored by potentially Big Ass. We'll have to try and get the story behind that one, and in fact it does say that indeed. So get some story behind that from Matty as we get into the evening. Already 8 minutes to go. They're gonna get here around about 3 fast laps, so they want to make them count, because it will not be fun trying to make your way through the field here tonight. They will be wanting to make sure that they are as far up the front as they can get. They're just coming down over Lukey Heights, make his way back or out onto the front straight. We'll get a good idea of the fastest times here. So what can Carleone do? So he drops through the timing window there and leapfrogs himself right up into second place. In fact, Luke Turner, Ross Rizzo have both done flying laps 29.15, 29.2 for Ross, along with Matty in a 29.32. We've got Josh Fitt 29.35, Adam Funslow 29.44, Jeff Connell up there as well, named from last season 29.9, Josh Perwin, one of the fast drivers from last season too, with a 30 flat. So it's going to be a fast pace tonight. Luke Turner 29.15 at the moment. So far we've got around about 10 drivers who have not set a fastest lap yet. So wait and see what they get up to. A couple of them jumping out on track now. Probably waiting until a little bit of the rush dies down. Going to be plenty of action over Lukey Heights, that's for sure, throughout the evening. We're going to get used to it. Some of the new drivers, there's said plenty of them, so make our way through that over the next coming few weeks as Adam Funslow goes fastest through the first sector at the moment. So we'll jump on board with Adam. In fact, he's going to bring that one across the line, and he is going to go pole at the moment, provisional pole 28.97. In fact, Ross Rizzo then just answers straight back with a 28.89. So currently fastest. So will we see an improvement on that 28.89? been a few drivers put the queue in the rack already, jump back into pit lane. Yeah, Daniel Webster, strong performance from him last season. He is currently sitting in 12th. It's going to be a big grid for us to bring in. Jack Boyd jumps back into the mix. Certainly one of the stronger drivers in the field. He is out there putting in qualifying lap now. Father Glenn Boyd currently sitting in 18th position. Up through Hayshed here to make the climb up over Lukey Heights, and there's a lot of time through this section of the track. Keeps it firmly to the left on the anchors. Try and not get too much wheel spin. Always got a little bit there. Get the car out and around back onto Gardner Straight, bring it around to close out the lap. This one won't be good enough for pole, but Jack Boyd will take himself up the leaderboard. How far up? Just waiting for the timing screen to update. He's actually just jumped up to 25th, so he has got to get it done this lap. There's an incident up there. We've got a car on the roof in the background there. That will have affected him a little bit there. Hoping he can keep going. Didn't see who that was. In fact, no notification coming through there about the car on its roof. A minute 35 to go here. Just waiting to see who is going to jump out late and see what they can do. Daniel Webster's back, still out on track. Jack Boyd just goes just in front of his father, up into 23rd position. Ross Rizzo still out on track. Looks like it's going to stay pretty stable, actually. Josh Fitt in 5th position, currently the only one out on track who can do really anything about it. Jeff Connell on his way around for another lap as well. .30 seconds to go. Daniel Webster on his way around. Is he going to improve on his fastest lap? He will do, you would feel. No, just slightly slower there, losing it through the last sector. So pretty much at the moment, that is going to be just about all she wrote with 14 seconds to go in qualifying. There we are. So that brings to a close our first qualifying effort for this season. And I can tell you it's Ross Rizzo who's taken out pole position. We're going to bring this enormous grid up on screen now. And let's have a look at it there. Brought to you by simrigs.com. I'll run through this grid now. It's Ross Rizzo and Josh Purwin off row 1. We've got Funslow Turner row 2. Fit and Bence off row 3. Matty Carleone and Andre Gartner off row 4. We've got Mario Vartanian and Daniel Webster off row 5 with Lee Harrison and Jeff Connell rounding out the first page of this grid. Let's keep cracking through it. There will be a full warm-up lap before we get to the rolling start. Paul Mansell and Aaron Oliver, followed by Nathan Grouden and Luke Fitt. We've got Andrew Lee and Richard Brookfield, followed by Dale Carpenter and Maverick Benson, Christopher Henn, Matty Dench in behind him, Jack Boyd and Glenn Boyd, father-son combo off the following row. Look out for them to make their way through in this race. Phil Orty with Liam Kaplis. We've got Derek Orty as well with Sam Lehman, Brady Buchanan, Dale Breedy, followed by Matty Johnson and Bryce Crawford. We've got Aaron DeLuca, Corey Nolan, Shannon Fever and Mike Casey as we head even further back through this grid. It's Ben Hall followed by James Wilkins. We've got Tim Mitchell and Patrick Panton in position 40. Adam Weiland and Blake Urquhart in position 41 and 42. Jason Dunn followed by Lockie Capel. We've got Hayden Jackson, Jeff Wang, Daniel Fleming and Alan McCoy to round out this monster field for this race. So 20 minutes here, a short 5-minute interval between, and then we will get back and have another look at it. I'm just going to put this intro back up very quickly while very slowly, in fact almost causing an accident there. Car stopped, turned in. No, in fact we've got synchronized spinning and driving there from everyone to make sure that we get through. Now we are off and racing. So let's get everything in order here. It is going to be a 20-minute session. So the drivers will be just trying to familiarise themselves a little bit here. As I said, it's a huge field, and particularly race 1 season, at the start of the season, it's going to be on for young and old here, just trying to make position. Okay, so let's attend to a couple of little things in the background there, just the stream. So I've got this fixed, the liveries are going to reset, so if you're looking out for a particular car, just wait a couple of moments. That will happen while we're getting around here. We are going to head for our rolling start, currently heading through the hay shed. It is going to be Ross Rizzo from Trick Esports who is going to be taking us away in the lead. Josh Purwin right behind him. We've got Funslow, Fitt, Turner, Bence, Gartner, Matty Carleone, Webster and Mario Vartanian, who are going to be our top 10 drivers. We're going to try and give you some way of having a look at this huge field. You can see it there. We're down over Lukey Heights. There's still people climbing Lukey Heights. In fact, there's an accident already on the warm-up lap. It looks like Richard Brookerfield and Maverick Benson who have crashed. They're going to try and rejoin the field here. That's going to hold up those cars behind them. But already here, before we've even got underway, action on the warm-up lap. Won't be bothering those at the front of the field. They'll be trying to make sure that they're ready to go when the flag goes green. We've got 20 minutes of racing here. Thanks to simrigs.com, Bridgestone Select, Cranbourne, Fountain Gate and Roeville, 93 PC, and of course HJ Plant Repairs as well for their involvement in this series. Let's get ready to race as we get underway here for Race 1, Season 3 of the Aus Pro-Am Sim Series. and the flag goes green. We get underway. We're going to try and look to see if everyone can get through turn 1 safe. Cold tyres, fresh season, unfamiliar grid. There is sure to be action, and they'll be looking through here. The 3 wide down into the turn, and of course there it is straight away. Those numbers don't mix down into turn 1. We've got huge 4, 5, 6, 7 cars off down into the ditch as they will try and recover from there and get their way back onto the racetrack. But it is Ross Rizzo and Josh Perwin who lead us away down into turn 3, the heavy braking area down into turn 4. We've got a nice long queue of cars. There's going to be plenty of passing opportunities down in here as everyone tries to get through there safely. Just making sure that they all do. What a queue of cars we've got. And in fact, Aaron Oliver in the background has crashed as well. So we'll go back and have a look at a couple of those early race incidents. Once things settle down here, the timer just trying to keep up and let us know what is going on. But it is still Ross Rizzo who has led from the front. You definitely want to be up there at the front with the field size that we've got on a track like Phillip Island. It will space itself out, but what a start we have. So we do have a lead pack here, a breakaway, 10 cars. Lee Harrison, a big benefactor from the start. In fact, Corey Nolan up 21 positions up into position 13. He must have got an absolute blinder to make himself that many positions in what now has been one lap of this 20-minute sprint race. Really, really good start here for Rizzo. He's opened up a gap of just on half a second from Josh Perwin. Adam Funslow, half a second behind him as well. And then it's really close between Bent and Cardelloni. Bartanian, Harrison battling away. In fact, change of position there. Daniel Webster. It looks like Harrison may have come off the track or had an issue there. In fact, yeah, we're just getting notification that he has come off track. And that has allowed number of drivers to jump up in front of him there. Matty Cardelloni defending down on the inside line there from Jason Bentz. Looks like Bentz has done the flip-flop on him to get that one back. He's going to have to defend pretty hard here. Cardelloni will be looking to go by him there. You can see him just out of the back of the car. Down into the braking zone here is when he's going to have to defend himself from a potential attack. Cardelloni there right up behind him. He's back on. He needs to get a good run out of Lukey Heights if he's going to make his way and use the draft, I should say, sorry, down the straight. And just a really good run there for Bentz. Actually, he's just managed to open the gap up slightly. It's half a second now between himself and Cardelloni. Cardelloni's still very much in the draft, but not close enough to do much about it going down into turn 1. This stage, Rizzo fastest, 29.26. Very, very good opening segment from him. Let's come back down into turn 4. Try and have a jump back through the field, see what's going on a little bit further back in the pack. So on board here with James Wilkins, and he's battling away. You can see just a group there. Wilkins, I should say, Fritt and Breedy, along with Gartner, who is there as well. So Dale Breedy at the back of this little group in the XCM sponsored entry. And he has company. He's right behind Fit, and Gartner right behind him, putting the pressure on as well. So we head up over to the crest of Lukey Heights, quite a view there. And Gartner down the inside, and Fritt there putting the anchors on, just trying to defend that position as best he could. Got quite close there. Look out the back of this car, and you can see here Gartner all over him. Going to try and get the run down the straight. He's definitely going to get the assistance of the draft. So head down towards turn 1. One of the best parts of a track in Australian motorsport, in my opinion. Great view as you head through and you get this turn right. It's quite the thrill. get it wrong, equally quite the thrill, but in totally a different respect. And Britt here, Fit here, my apologies, Brady doing a good job trying to defend that position. Next threat for him is down into turn 4. It's just allowed Fit to get away from him, but it's going to be on down here, and it is. He's just had to yield there, as Gartner's done a great job to cut down underneath him into turn 4. Let's have a look as they head down into Siberia. And Frit now putting the pressure onto Wilkins in front of him. As you can see, again, simrigs.com there on the underside of that wing. Just trying to hold it tight there. He's gone a little bit wide there, Wilkins. That's opened him up. We'll get the crossover done down here. No, not quite. You can see there the right-hand rear wheel. The caddy just lifting a little bit off the ground. Got to get good drive there. Oh no, we missed that as well. Gardner just round the outside, as you like. And he makes up another position. Matty Carleone's jumped into pit lane. So, not sure if that's a forced stop. I'm going to assume that it is. But it is still Ross Rizzo out in front. He is approaching some lap traffic. And already started. Got 12 minutes left. There's still been plenty of action go on here in a very, very short period of time. Apologise there for the distance with the cameras. We're just trying to fix that. It's a issue that we've actually got with the camera setup that we've loaded for the track. So apologies for that. You zoom in too far. Of course, it affects the quality of the picture. So try and stick with the camera that gives us the closest view. And apologies in advance for that. So it is still Ross Rizzo out in front. As you can see there. Just getting through the traffic. He's got a good gap, just on a second across from Josh Perwin. Adam Funslow in third position, followed by Jason Bentz, Mario Valtanian, Daniel Webster, Christopher Henn up 14 positions, Nathan Groudon. We've got Derek Orty up 18 positions. Andre Gartner into the top 10. He's 2 down on his qualifying position involved in that early incident. Jeff Connell, Dale Breedy, James Wilkins, and Luke Turner. Number of cars affected by that early race incident. In fact, around about half the field. So they will be looking to make amends as they get into race 2. Got 10 minutes left here, so looking around about 6 laps to go in the first race, and it has been Ross Rizzo who has led this one from the get-go. Qualifying position being a good advantage. Thanks very much for those joining the stream. Steve Oliver, Aaron is currently P30, not last. Assuming, I don't even know which Aaron you're talking about there. There's a few in the list, but I'm going to go with Aaron Oliver, currently actually 23rd. And indeed, I'm not sure why it's saying Aaron is last. In fact, the stream's just struggling a little bit to keep up just with the number of cars on the field, in the field I should say, and the pit stops and everything else that's going on here. So there is a compulsory stop in this race. You can see there most of the field in pit lane, in fact, so that will be why that is continually just trying to catch up with itself. And thanks very much there, Simple Thing. So it's Daryl Breed, no dramas at all, trying to adjust to all of the new names. So keep the feedback coming, more than happy to take it on board. But Rizzo gets back out of pit lane, and he is back out into the lead, resuming where he left off. Adam Funslow moves up, did get out of pit lane quicker than Perwin, so Perwin down into third. We've got Bent in fourth. Cardaleone, who pit early, currently up into 5th place. So it's going to be a busy finish to this one. 8 minutes to go. I said the second race, 20-minute again, but the top 15 will be reversed. So I'll bring the obviously revised grid to you when that comes about. Thanks for the comments, Luke. Should be out there running, mate, not in the comments, but thanks for joining the stream. More commentary certainly always welcome. Jack just out qualifying his dad, but he did get involved, unfortunately, in the early incident, so he's spent a majority of the race in pit lane. So he'll try and charge his way back up through this enormous field. It's fair to say this is, I think, the biggest field we've had in the 3 seasons of Aus Pro-Am, and it is great to see. You're in the chat, let us know who you want to have a look at. Ross Rizzo currently well and truly in control of this one. Funflow 2 seconds further back down the track. Jeff Connell, one of the returners from last season, doing well in 11th position. In fact, he's just in front of Dale Breed. About a second and a half further back. Scroll back down through the field here after all the pit stops. See who is where. At the moment, drivers still making their way through pit lane, but a number still just in pit lane permanently. They're going to miss out for the remainder of this race. 6 minutes to go. So a big shout out again to the sponsors who've jumped on board with the stream. Simrigs.com, of course, a very much growing brand within the local sim community, able to provide you with rigs, pedals, steering wheels. I know they've just got a new direct drive product out as well. So they have jumped on board with this one. I think a number of the drivers from their Discord coming into the field as well. Bridgestone Select, Cranbourne, Fountain Gate and Roval. Victorian-based tyre and automotive business. Getting involved too, along with 93 PC. Looking for a computer. Sam Lehman, who puts in a lot of work into this season, one of the coordinators. He would certainly help look after you, understands what you need to run iRacing and the associated applications that go with it. It's not a matter of just jumping into the game. For those of you who haven't used it, there's a lot of support applications that go with running iRacing and getting that true virtual reality experience. That's why it is the preferred one for the real-life drivers to jump on and practice with. And of course our stream, HJ Plant Repairs, our #1 sponsor for this series, been with the series since it started. So we thank them for their continued support. AJ Insurance Services, our streaming partner. Looking for insurance coverage for your business or any other thing, Joe Daly and his team, the ones that you want to speak to, and good competitive sim races as well. Simple things there. Jumping on the chat, timing always goes nuts around the pit stops. Takes a lap or two to catch up, absolutely. So that's spot on what happened, particularly when you've got this many cars filing through pit lane. So biggest movers so far. Oh, who's that off in the front there? Looks like we're 30, maybe even been 16 of Brady Buchanan. Just trying to catch back up here with the ordering. And I believe it was, apologies if I've got that wrong, Brady, but I'm pretty sure it was. As we get back underway, Rizzo still here firmly in control. He's going to have probably 2 more laps to go. Biggest mover so far is in fact Darrell Breed. 18 spots. It just continues to shuffle through. So we'll just stick clear of timing for the minute. Yeah, I understand, Graham. Unfortunately, there's not a lot we can do about it. Just waiting for these drivers to finish filing through pit lane. They're almost done. And then it will sort itself out. The top 10 or so drivers is reasonably stable, so you can definitely take it that that is accurate. And in fact, the shuffle has almost finished on the timing monitor, so the ticker across the top here is going to be pretty accurate, as it makes a liar of me there and just chucks a few more drivers in and around. Got notification there that Tim Mitchell's come off track, so he will have to make his way back around. What I might do is just let that thing catch itself back up there. We're just going to flick that off for a sec. We'll turn it back on in a moment. Just got the car down on the infield there. Battle going on at the moment between Paul Mansell and Daniel Webster. Matty Dench has had an incident as well. And Mansell and Webster here very, very tight on one another to head down into Siberia. But we try and flick back onto him there. Webster going up into Lukey Heights. He's not managed to get down underneath him. Trying to make it happen down there. And in fact, he's closed right up on the back of Matty Carleone, who we are looking at the moment. So it is a 3-way battle at the moment. This is 6th, 7th and 8th outright. You can see right behind Mansell is Daniel Webster. So Mansell will be looking here. He's in the draft. He pulls out. Matty Carleone there will probably be trying to make them move back down the inside here as they head into turn 2. Just not quite able there. Oh, he's overrun a little bit here, so he's going to maybe be able to get the run on, and he does. Carleone there just moving himself up. In fact, he did lose 2 positions there, so it is Mansell and Webster up in front there that you're looking at. Oh, in fact, Matty Carleone is out of fuel. He is limping that one home. That's what happened. We wonder why he quickly cut out there, and it's because he has pit too early and he's run that Cadillac out of fuel. So he will drop down the list. In fact, Andre Gartner now moving up into 8th. So who's going to bring it home here? It will be Ross Rizzo, holding just in time there as he head across the start-finish line, followed by Adam Funslow, Josh Perwin, who are going to be our podium for the first race tonight. And for the first race of this season, wildcard round here in the Aus Pro-Am Sim Series, brought to you by simrigs.com, Bridgestone Select, Cranbourne, Fountain Gate and Roeville 93 PC, and of course HJ Plant Repairs. So we'll just wait for this to update. Very short interval between the two sessions as it changes over, so do stick around. We've got another 20 minutes here where our top 15 will be reversed. So while the timing continues to do the tango, I can't quite tell you who's going to start off pole as yet. We'll leave that until the grid ticks over. I've got a few drivers still heading around, finishing. Where did Matty Carleone? I'm not sure that he even managed. He did get across the start-finish line, so he will hopefully, for him, start inside that top 15 as well. So we saw very early on. Go back here and have a look quickly at that race start and see what it meant. There's a huge number of drivers that ran off the track there. We weren't actually able to keep up with it all. So let's go back and have a look here. Oh, in fact, we are already gridding up. Got a 10-minute warm-up here, so we have missed out on that, so apologies there. We'd have time to get back and have a look at those incidents. So it is a 10-minute changeover here. A couple of drivers, no doubt, will jump back out on track and have a run around. At the moment, we've got Luke Turner on track. And again, we've got to apologise for the cameras there. They're sure how they've set so far back. We have zoomed in, but we don't want to make the stream that poor that you actually can't view it. So we'll get that fixed before next week. So do stick with us. We've actually broadcast from Phillip Island for quite some time. I think it might have been the Australian Endurance E Championship in Season 2 was the last time we streamed from Phillip Island, which, to put that into context, was middle of last year. So what I can do for you there, Graham, is probably bring up the results there from Heat 1. Should be able to have a look at those, and that will give you exactly the information that you're looking for. So Aaron finishing up there 17th. So it was Heat 1. We had Ross Rizzo, Adam Funslow, followed by Josh Perwin and Jason Bentz, Mario Vartanian, Paul Mansell, followed by Daniel Webster, Andre Gartner, Matty Carleone, Christopher Hen rounding out your top 10. Then Connell Orty. We've got Turner, Benson, Breed, Wilkins, Oliver and Bryce Crawford rounding out the 18 on the list there. There were a fair few DNFs in that race as well. So Liam Caplice, we've also got Daniel Fleming, Glenn Boyd, Blake Urquhart, Mike Casey, Andrew Lee, Jeff Wang, Hayden Jackson, Shannon Fever and Phil Orty. That is the total finishes from a 46 car starting grid. 28 drivers finished the race. So what that will mean, I believe, is that Dale Breed will start on pole position for race 2. Top 15 drivers reversed. So we'll just flick back a page so you can have a look at that. To be able to work out there that it'll be Breed Benson off front road. Breed and Benson, I should say, off the front row for our next race. Welcome to the stream. I can't get my teeth in today. Welcome to the stream, Graham. Just start tongue-tied a little bit with all the new names. Those of you who have jumped on our streams before know I'm normally not too tongue-tied, normally able to get it out, but struggling a little bit tonight with all of the bits and pieces that we've changed along with the new stream. So for those of you who have just joined us, this is the first round of Season 3 of the Aus Pro-Am Sim Series Intercontinental GT. What does that all mean? Well, it means that we're headed around the globe again. We're starting this time in Australia, where we finished up Season 2. Pacific Run is where we start, Phillip Island. We've got Hockenheim next week, followed by Mount Panorama the week after, and then an endurance run at Laguna Seca, which will be interesting, particularly if we get a grid this size. We then move on to the Atlantic Run, starting at Lime Rock with the Audi 90 GTO. So this series runs the GT3. This season we've got the BMW M4 GT3 prototype, along with the Ferrari, ever reliable Ferrari fan favourite 488, and also the Mercedes-Benz. So they run our traditional weeks, and then we do have these wildcard weeks where drivers can get promoted from the amateur to the pro ranks. What that means is if they are an amateur driver and they do manage to finish inside the top 3 drivers, they do get promoted up to the pro category. So once we head across to the Atlantic, it is Lime Rock, as I said, with the Audi GTO. That track, for those of you not familiar, is very, very similar to the old Oran Park circuit that we had. It is tight, it is small. The only thing it misses is the bridge, but that is going to be fast and furious. Got Interlagos, Silverstone, and then the Atlantic Enduro race at Road America, followed by the Continent, where we head to Monza, followed by Long Beach, a brand new track to the series and to the platform, along with Nürburgring, followed by that, and our final Enduro, June 1. I can't believe we're already talking about June 1, Spa, for the final round of the series. We've also got Hockenheim next week. That is a brand new track, only released about a week ago. Had a drive of it over the weekend, and it is crazy fun. So we're looking forward to getting there next week. No worries at all, Graham. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks very much for the follow, Brad Dead Drifters. Appreciate it. And just to call out as well, if you are watching the stream, we would appreciate a follow, a share, turn on the notifications. We are a privately funded channel, and certainly enjoy bringing this to you, but would appreciate the added attention of a follow or a share in the stream, and as always, the participation of those of you involved. We enjoy as much as the share or follow, wherever you're watching. We will be putting together a highlights package of this race, which will be on our YouTube channel only, so do jump across onto our YouTube channel and give that a follow if you want to watch the highlights packages of this series as they come to air, along with all the other series we stream here on FGM ECast, which includes Anscar, the Anscar Truck Series we did last night. We've got the Anscar Cup Series coming to the channel as well as of the 8th of April, and we do stream the Australian Endurance E Championship, which has the GT Sprint Series coming up tomorrow, as opposed to the GT Endurance, which runs every second week. So plenty on following on from this stream tonight. So I'm just going to leave you for a minute or two, grab a quick refresh, and we will be right back to get race 2 underway down here at Phillip Island for the Aus Pro-Am Sim Series, thanks to simrigs.com, Bridgestone Select, 93 PC, and HJ Plant Repairs. We'll be back with you in a few moments. Alright, so we're back. We're about to head out to the grid. And we'll run you through that very, very quickly. It doesn't have to be that quickly, actually. We do have a full warm-up lap here. So let's give it the respect it deserves. So it is Dale Breed and Maverick Benson who are going to be off the front row here. They're going to get the first look down the straight, down into turn one. They'll be happy to avoid some of the action. Hopefully we don't see again this race. We've got Luke Turner, Derek Audie, then followed by Jeff Connell, Christopher Henn, Matty Carleone, who did end up finishing with that run in the last lap, just running out of fuel there. Andre Gartner, followed by Daniel Webster, Paul Mansell. We've got Mario Vartanian and Jason Bentz rounding out row 6. As we move a little bit further back in the grid, row 7, Josh Perwin, Adam Funslow, and then followed by Ross Rizzo, our race 1 winner, James Wilkins. We've got Aaron Oliver, Bryce Crawford, Liam Caplice. We've got Daniel Fleming, Glenn Boyd, Blake Urquhart, Mike Casey, and Andrew Lee rounding out the next row. Let's move a bit further back here. Jeff Wang, Hayden Jackson. We've got Shannon Fever, followed by Phil Orty. We've got Corey Nolan, Luke Fitt, Alan McCoy, followed by Richard Brookfield. We've got Aaron DeLuca, Matty P. Johnson, Lee Harrison, Jason Dunn as we head towards the back of the field. Ben Hoare, followed by Nathan Groudon, Lachlan Capel, Brady Buchanan. We've got Matty Dench, Sam Lehman, Patrick Panton, Tim Mitchell, Dale Carpenter, Josh Fitt, Adam McWallen, and we've got Jack Boyd off the last row there. Look out for him to make his way through the field as we get this one started. got a car off down onto the infield there as well. Just trying to keep up with everything that is going on. Looks like that might have been Paul Mansell. In fact, he's ended up having an incident out of that one. So he has crashed as we've got Luke Turner here making a run down the inside. In fact, he's now right up behind Dale Breed. Fantastic looking livery on the Breed car. Yeah, absolutely, Steve. I think there will be a fair few post-race penalties here. The guys have implemented a license system of sorts to this one, or more a penalty system. So kind of like your driver's license, where you start with 12, but you can miss out on them, and you don't get them back in this one. You can see there, traffic coming right up behind Luke Turner. That's Benson and Connell right behind him to go over Lukey Heights. Always a dangerous place to be. Trying to make a pass, but one of the best opportunities to make a pass. If you overshoot it, you can end up down in the grass, parked where they put the trailers down there at Phillip Island. We head out onto the main straight. And Dale Breed has made a little bit of a gap for himself. A couple of slow cars coming out of the pits. Just making way there. Cars side by side. It's Connell again, cold tyres, a little bit of a risky place to be out there. In fact, you can see the two cars there very, very close together as we get there. And they're trying to work hard to make up positions. Oh, and he's just out-braked himself a little bit there, and we've got a big concertina effect there. Looks like Mario Vartanian there, who's run right up the back of, I believe that might have been Matty Cartaleone. And there's a concertina effect there, just out braking himself. And that resulted in that little bit of a backlog. So, again, just racing hard here, trying to make sure that they keep or maintain their position, I should say. Looking at the back of Jeff Connell's car here with Andre Gartner right up behind him, looking to make up another spot. So he will get the benefit of the draft, and a good exit there onto the straight. You can see he's got him under pressure. He's just running down the inside line there. And he'll get the job done there, so Gartner will move up into 4th position. Connell's not going to let him just have it. And he'll get another chance potentially to close up on him down into turn 4. There's a slide just in front of these three, and he's off track there, off to the left. And that was Bryce Crawford, just off track. So this race here between these two heating up. In fact, it's heating up at the front as well. There's Dale Breed. It's got Luke Turner right behind him. And in fact, Maverick Benson also involved in this. So we've got a 3-way run here for the lead of the race as we head down over Lukey Heights. We need to get good drive out of the corner here. He does just that, not too much slide. Get on the gas and really drive that car. The drivers lose a lot of time through this section, just slightly off the gas, you can hear him there, and then back on the pedal. Drive it straight through there. You want to make as much pace as you can down that main straight. Get through, down again, headlights just starting to show on the road in front of these drivers. We're now on board the front of the Benson number 51 Cadillac. Simrigs.com there, you can see on the underside of that wing on Luke Turner's car. Maverick Benson did start on the front row of the grid here. Remember, there is a compulsory pit stop throughout this race, so the requirement for one. Head down into turn 4. And Luke Turner right up behind Dale Breed. Breed eating up the pressure in the 313 car. on board now with Luke Turner. Get a real idea of how much work's involved down here through Hayshed. Got to really keep the car in tight there, Bree. Just not quite able to do that. And in fact, that means they're going to get real close here down. Wants to get a good exit, Breed, if he can. He's done that. He's still got Luke Turner right behind him at the moment. Just waiting to pounce, but Breed again, good drive out of this third segment of the track onto Gardner Straight. And just able to keep the gap. They head down into turn 1 again. 12 minutes to go here. Turner again. Just exposed a little bit. Matty Cartaglioni's trying that trick again. He has jumped into pit lane. This time he'll know how much fuel he needs to run to the end. So he's not going to run out of fuel there twice. So we keep on with this battle at the front here. Get a little bit of coverage here. We'll just get through turn 4. See Benson there just closing up. Jump on board now with Aaron Oliver. Just closed up on Jeff Connell as well. So this is the battle for 6th and 7th. On board now over the top of the hill there. Connell there just struggling a little bit for traction. It's opened him up to Oliver, potentially getting down underneath him there, going into the run over Lukey Heights as he comes around onto the main straight here. Oh, they're both ducking straight into pit lane. Going to try and get through the stop. So we'll do just that just before it gets crazy. We're going to have a quick look at the liveries here of all the cars as requested. A bit too fast on the keyboard there. So we've got Dale Breed there, followed by Turner and Mike Benson as our top 3 drivers. Then Andre Gartner there in 4th position. Try and find the best way to zoom in. It's normally not something that we would do, but I'm going to do it here just to give you what you want. Have a look at the rear chase there. So let's do this again. We've got Dale Breed there in the XCM entry, followed by Luke Turner. Maverick Benson right behind him, Injectors Online Racing. Then we've got Andre Gartner behind that. Daniel Webster looking a little bit beaten up there in the 35 entry, and then we've got Luke Fitt behind him. Paul Mansell currently running in 7th with another Injectors Online Racing entry, Matty Dench in 8th. We've got Matty P. Johnson. Oh, and we've caught him just at the right time there, or the wrong time, as he has sent that one up onto the infield. That car now looking extraordinarily second-hand. And then we've got Christopher Hen in the Hello Kitty entry. What a lovely looking livery that is. Aaron Oliver. Looking about a Penrite entry there. No Penrite entry or livery on the car tonight, but that might well be just because it's the start of the season. We've had a whole host of cars jump into pit lane. As you can see them there. So we've got Breed, Benson, Turner, Gartner, Webster, Fitt, Mansell, Dench, Urquhart, and Christopher Hen all jumping in to pit lane and on their way out there. And in fact, it looked like Luke Turner might have made up a position there. Andre Gartner getting out with this lead pack as well. So we've got front four cars very, very tightly packed here with 8 3/4 minutes to go in the feature race here tonight on the Aus Pro-Am Sim Series, thanks to simrigs.com. Bridgestone Select, Cranbourne, Fountain Gate and Roeville, 93 PC, and of course HJ Plant Repairs, as there is a really, really good run on here. Out of the back of Dale Breed, sorry, we jump on board with Luke Turner as he tries to do the crisscross, you would say. Oh, he's gone really deep under brakes there, and he's managed to get it done only because I think Dale Breed ran a little wide there. In the background, Gartner up on Benson as well. So straight out of the pits here, we've had some changes already for the front 4 runners They're too wide there out of Siberia. Through Hayshed as well, Benson and Gartner. Benson not giving up on this one. You can see there he's got on the outside. There's battles going on everywhere here. We're trying to give you the coverage we can. As he gets around the inside, I think you'll see. Yeah, he will there. Gartner just... Oh, no, and they've come in contact. And Gartner's been turned around there. He will not be pleased with that. Maverick Benson there, I think, will probably come under scrutiny for that one. He's come into contact with Gartner. Looks like Gartner's managed to keep himself going. He has, but he will not be a happy camper. Luke Turner out into the front of this one. Daniel Breed currently in second. Just one change of position for those two. In fact, Luke Turner, my apologies, up 2 positions from his starting place on the grid. And now leading this one. He's opened up a gap of just 0.6. So that's not a lot here as they head down into turn 4. As Breed closes up on him there. A little bit fortunate with the pass for the move there, because Breed did run wide, allowing the gate to open for Turner. Maverick Benson was running too wide with Andre Gartner as they went up through Hayshed and ended up getting turned around. Not a lot of grip. All the marbles on the track end up on that line where they went too wide and just ran out of road. Ended up running into one another as Luke Turner goes down through Lukey Heights. And Breed was strong on the exit here and the run onto pit straight, so Gardner straight I should say. So we'll see if that is still the case and he's able to make up any of that gap. It has blown out to it just on a second here. In fact, Vartanian and Benson now fighting. Aaron Oliver just sort of running by himself at the moment as Andre Gartner and Matty Cartaleone have a little bit of a battle. Yeah, I think you're right, Graham. I think there's going to be a couple of penalties come out of this one, so the results very much will be provisional when we get there tonight. There's Benson and Vartanian battling away. You can see the rotors ablaze there as they head down into turn 4, one of the harder braking points on the corner, on the track I should say. Very different lines for drivers through Siberia. Some prefer to run deep and cut back. Some hug the corner, try and get out as quickly as they can. Both very effective, do open up passing opportunities through there. Haven't seen too much of it tonight though, as we speak. And in fact, Vartanian there just runs a little bit wide. It's going to make him susceptible to a pass here. As Benson closes right up. Just off in the background there you can see Aaron Oliver. We hop on board with Vartanian as he heads down Gardner Straight. Got roughly 2 laps, possibly 3 to go here. All dependent on Luke Turner, who's about 4 seconds up the road from Vartanian, who's managed to move himself up 8 positions in this race. Currently running in 3rd. So a good drive from him. Luke Turner now facing a little bit of lap traffic. Dale Breed next to try and get hold of that lap car. A little bit of a lock up there. There's a car down on the inside of the track, just rejoins right in front of another car, so doesn't look like any damage done there. gaps are starting to blow out. Vartanian, Benson, in fact Vartanian ducks into pit lane. That explains his ascendancy. So Benson now back up into third. Aaron Oliver up into fourth position. And he has got a good gap now. Andre Gartner in fifth. Matty Carleone in sixth. Of course, he did pit early. Luke Fitt, 23 places up. Currently in seventh position. Jeff Connell eighth. We've got Paul Mansell in ninth. And currently Joshua Fitt rounding out our top 10 for this evening in this feature race. No worries at all, Graham. You're welcome. Thanks for tuning in and keeping us company. Appreciate having you on board. So it is Luke Turner. He's going to get started. There's just a spin there down at the bottom of Lukey Heights. He'll have to be very patient when he rejoins. Not to cause an incident there. I think that might have been Ben Hoare. Luke Turner come around to start what will be the final lap of this feature race. Dale Breed, anyone really who might be able to challenge for position there. Maverick Benson 5 seconds down the road, and Oliver a couple of seconds further back than that. So really here just these two drivers able to do anything to change the formation of the podium. It's a big ask though. What was this? A dive down the inside there of a lapped car. It's number 20 of Liam Caplice. Just making way down into turn 4 as he should do. On board again here with Luke Turner as he takes us round one last time. A little bit tyre noise there. He will be more than happy to accept the checkered flag and take the race win here. Luke Turner, congratulations, race well run, followed by Dale Breed, who almost ran start to finish at the lead until the pit stops, and Maverick Benson taking out third position at the moment. They are your provisional top 3 for the main feature race here for round 1 of the HJ Plant Repairs Aus Pro-Am Sim Series. By simrigs.com, Bridgestone Select, Cranbourne, Fountain Gate and Roval, and 93 PC as well. What a great race. There were some big events there at the start again. And drivers now just having a little bit of fun. We will try and bring the grid or the race winners to, just wait for them to jump into the Discord. And what we'll do now is just jump back and have a look at some of the replays from earlier on in this race. We'll just wait and see if any of the drivers jump in there. They should do. If not, it is week 1. Sometimes the drivers don't get the message that they need to get into the Combox green room. But other than that, we will be able to bring you a little bit of information about next round. And as I said, plenty of stuff to go on there. Might just even jump forward a little bit to this incident and have a little bit more of a look at that. This is the incident on lap 2. And you can see there's plenty of action going on behind. Some great shots there as well, but lots of action in the background of this one. Cars strewn everywhere. And that's what got it all started. Thanks very much for the feedback, Steve. Appreciate it. We are very, very happy that you enjoyed it. Just waiting to see there. And we do, in fact, have our podium, who will just drag into the comm box here. And we do have Luke Turner, Maverick Benson, and race 1 winner as well with us. Rizza has jumped in, Ross Rizza that is. So Ross, we'll start with you after your win in race 1. Congratulations there, a dominant performance start to finish, including the pit stop.
Yeah, I was super pleased with that drive, and Josh was applying the blowtorch the entire time that first stint, and Adam was creeping up behind as well. So it was just an amazing race. It's one of the best races I've been involved with, certainly at least with the Cadillac. I mean, I can't remember the last one I did with one of these, but nonetheless, that was an absolutely ripper race at the front. And I know there was a bit of carnage at the back, which was unfortunate. So hopefully we get more of the same as what we saw on the front in race 1 for more of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a massive field, 46 cars. Always going to be a risk that there's going to be some carnage in the mid-pack there, particularly going 3 wide into turn 1, cold tyres, and a new pack of drivers to get used to. So a great one to qualify up the front for, and certainly a race well run. As you say, Josh Perlman, plenty of pressure on you throughout that whole race, but you managed to maintain that gap at around about 1.5 seconds for a majority of it. So a great drive to you.
Once I broke the once the pit stops happened, I think he said he overfilled, but yeah, once that draft was broken, I was able to just slowly skip away. But yeah, this car's an absolute beast, and as you said, the cold tires caught out a lot of drivers, and it was all, and yeah, it's just a shame that it happened like that. But yeah, the cold tires on this thing are just wild. It takes like 3 laps to warm up, and I think qualifying would have shown just how long it takes to get this car up to speed.
Yeah, absolutely. But congratulations on a solid race win in the first race of the season. A great drive.
Right, thanks.
Do you quickly, if you want to stick around, you can. Otherwise, just give us a quick rundown of the sponsors and your team.
I'll start with the series sponsors. HJ Plant Repairs, Bridgestone Select, FGM ECast, and simrigs.com. And my sponsors from Trick Esports, Trick Custom Fabrications, and Pro Sim Gear.
Oh, fantastic. Good to hear plenty of businesses on board there as well. And look forward to seeing how you go throughout the remainder of the season.
Thanks very much.
No worries at all. So to race 2, Luke Turner, we've got Dale Breed and Maverick Benson as our provisional podium for that race. Start with you, Luke. Up 2 positions from your starting position, and it looked like Dale was going to have it wrapped up, but you managed to get the move done down into turn 4 after the pit stops.
Yeah, it was a great race. It was nice and clean with Dale. I enjoyed it. I was trying to put the blowtorch on him, and I got a run coming down to the hairpin, and he covered the inside, so I went to the outside, and I think he just overcooked it a little bit, and then got the under over. So, but coming out of that hairpin, it was it was hairy. The rear was stepping out. I was trying to give Dale room and not hit him, but it ended up being a really fun race. And same with Maverick too. Always Mr. Clean. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah, very clean at the front. You guys ran a really good battle, and Dale, just a little bit deep in turn 4 there, and probably a good thing that you did. Otherwise, I think you two would have come together. But a really strong run from you in race 2.
Yes, it was a good run. I was really happy with it. Again, just voicing what Luke said, it was a really, really good, enjoyable, clean race. I tell you, I was working really, really hard, Luke, there in the first half of the race, and coming out at the pit stop, still in front. I thought we might be able to hold you off. You had a little bit more speed anyway, to be honest, mate. And yeah, turn 4 twice, and I actually, race 1, I overcooked it there as well. So it was my bogey corner tonight, but still pleased to be on the podium. I qualified 30th, didn't get a run in qualifying. It was terrible, but that reverse top 15 certainly helped out. So very, very happy and pleased with the result.
And a good run in race one, obviously, to position you well there, finishing 15th, just managing to get that effectively that top spot for the reverse grid race. So that's where it's a good mix with that reverse grid in the second race, because it gets us some different drivers up the front. The pace difference between the sort of top 10 and 15 drivers, very, very close indeed. So it means we're always going to be in for some close racing. It was good to see just the difference between yourself and Luke out of Lukey Heights. You just seem to have a little bit of a drive advantage. I know the setups are fixed here, but just in the way you got out of Lukey Heights, which meant that gap sort of maintained itself throughout the race.
Yeah, Lukey Heights was one of those parts of the track that I felt I was pretty strong. Certainly in the sort of over the top and from there down into the hairpin. But it's one of those ones where you're either fast in and you wobble a bit in the mid corner and out, or you work to get a good exit. And I was pretty determined to make sure I got a good exit there, because that's obviously an area that you get someone up the inside of you anyway. So that was really, really, really enjoyable race, as Luke said. And as you said, top 10 or 15 guys are so close in the lap time that you can sort of do exactly what we did in that second race and get away and maintain your grid position towards the front.
Absolutely. So, Maverick, congratulations as well on a third place position for you as well. Battling there, obviously, off the front row and just managing to stick with... I shouldn't say that. I'll take that back completely. Not just managing to stick with the front guys. You're running with the front guys well throughout the evening there. I think maybe just at the pit stop there, just got caught out a little bit in terms of timing, and then coming together with Andre Gartner partway through the race as well, just slowing you down a little.
G'day, Stu. Look, I was pretty happy with how my run went. Like, I didn't really think I was going to be anywhere near that after the first race. Like, I think I dropped back to deep into the 30s. So to manage to get into the top 15 in that race and then convert that to a front row start, I was pretty happy with that. I think I had a really good run with Andre, actually. It was a bit sad to come together with him. We ran together like side by side from Honda all the way through to MG, and I thought I gave him enough room, but I don't know if he turned across me a little bit or what happened, but it's enough to turn him around. So I'll make a public apology to him about that one. But other than that, like, great racing at the front with Luke and Dale. Like, really early, it was nice and clean. But a little bit of carnage definitely helped us sort of be able to break away.
Yeah, I mean, and plenty of drivers did benefit from the carnage. We had Josh Fitt jump 36 positions in that second race, so definitely the carnage helping a few with the track sprawl. We just put it on the replay just before we got you guys into the booth. And as you said as well, definitely good racing between yourself and Andre side by side there. It's always going to be a challenge, particularly with the marbles as well. So, it was still very good racing for us to be able to broadcast across the stream. So well done on third place tonight. So what we'll do,
Thank you.
Luke, starting with you, just shout out to the sponsors for your car.
I don't have any sponsors, mate. Privateer through and through, so I'll thank you. All the sponsors that helped put on the season, and Sam and Cardo, rip a job. So Bridgestone, HJ Plant, Sim Rigs, and 93 PC. I'm my wife, so for saving my lasagna for me.
Sponsor enough. And you'd self-Dale?
Yeah, look, same. Look, obviously, thanks to my team, Team FGM. Jason Bentz is a teammate in this series, and he had a bit of a good run the first one, not quite as good a run in the second one, but most importantly, Bridgestone Select, HJ Plant Repairs, Sim Rigs, and 93 PC. Phenomenal to be part of such a great series, and without such amazing sponsors, we wouldn't be here doing it. So, and congratulate all the guys tonight. I think the racing was really clean relative. These are such tricky cars to drive, but thanks to everyone as well.
Fantastic, thanks for that. And Maverick, last but not least.
I'll just echo those guys. Thanks Simrigs, HJ Plant Repairs, 93 PC, and FGM ECast. I'll thank my team, Injectors Online. getting me in here, and Luke for twisting my arm. I think he was sort of the big driver in getting me across into the series.
I did say there were a few injectors online sponsored cars in the stream, so it's good to see. We love seeing multiple cars with the same livery and teams jumping on board, and looking forward to what the rest of the series is going to bring. We're off to Hockenheim next weekend. Have any of you done any laps there yet?
No, I bought the track. Need to do some laps.
Yeah, I had a bit of run the other day, just in a GT3 car, funnily enough, and yeah, it's certainly a proper Grand Prix circuit. So looking forward to that one.
I did a few laps in the Porsche Cup car, but haven't had a chance to jump into a GT3 yet. So hopefully get some laps in this week, and yeah, see how we go.
It's going to be a wild and woolly one there, with the circuit having plenty of tight sections. So if we get a few like we did tonight, there's going to be plenty of action. So qualifying is going to be really important. Again, it's never not important, but even more so when we have such big fields. So thank you, gentlemen, again. Luke Turner, Dale Breed, and Maverick Benson, our top 3 drivers from our feature race tonight.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks very much. I've got someone in the background screaming away.
No worries at all.
Apologies, boys.
No, you're right. No problem at all. We'll catch you guys next week. So
congratulations, Luke and Maverick, as well, mate. Well done, guys.
Cheers to you guys too. Cheers. Bye.
Yes, guys.
So as we just mentioned there, we are headed off to Hockenheim next week for round 2, or round 1 proper, I should say, of the GT3 series. This being the wildcard round at the start of the Pacific leg. So look out for that one, 7:30. In fact, 7:45, I should say, kicking off on FGM ECast, your E-Place for Pace. Tomorrow night, we're back live, and we are headed to, where are we headed tomorrow? Long Beach. We are headed to for round 2 of the GT Sprint Series component of the Australian Endurance E-Championship. GTE, GT3 racing from that circuit as well. That is a concrete canyon, so there is going to be plenty of action there as well. So do jump back into the stream and have a look at that if you're looking for something to do with your Wednesday night. And beyond that, that will be our week done. And then we'll return next Monday with Ant's Car Truck Series, and looking forward to getting back into that stream as well. So plenty as usual to come on FGM ECast, your E-Place for Pace. Just once again, simrigs.com, Bridgestone Select, Cranbourne, Fountain Gate and Roval, 93 PC and HJ Plant Repairs. Thank you for your sponsorship on this series, and of course to our broadcast partners, AJ Insurance Services and Ferguson Group Media, for your support in getting this stream on the air. That is it for me for a Tuesday evening. Thank you very much for joining us, particularly to those all who joined in the chat. We thank you very much for your time as well, and we will see you again another night this week. Thanks very much for watching. We'll catch you then.